Hey YouTube, hey Twitch. Um, for this screen right here, I will be talking about the Spider-Man movie. I will be talking about what I think about the Spider-Man movie, if it's good, if it's not good, the good things about it, the bad thing about the Spider-Man movie, just stuff like that. Because like for me, right, I actually like the Spider-Man movie, and this is the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie that I had seen so far, definitely MCU so far, because it had stakes. The action was good. It was the action actually had, like in my opinion, the Hustle Diaz was a man, and kind of like for me, right, the Spider-Man movie. If the first two Spider-Man movies had stakes, or the second one had stakes like just like this one did, then Tom Holland Spider-Man would have been one of the best ones I think of all times. But then the first two Spider-Man movies have more jokes, and for the first two Spider-Man movies, yeah, yep, then he is not independent. Yep, and kind of like in my opinion, um, Spider-Man probably got to come inside the Doctor Strange movie and help him. I think, in my opinion, since he part of the reason why some of these stuff might be happening inside the how can I say, the multiverse of madness, and he might be some of the problem, the reason why I did, and that that might be just my prediction of it. Because like, some of my predictions, like I think, because I think this Peter might be in Spider Man up in a new Doctor Strange movie. He should be in it, which I think, in my opinion, he should be, because like some people think that he might not be in it, but in my opinion, I think Spider Man will be inside the movie. Uh, I think, in my opinion, he will be inside the movie because some people might agree, some people might not. But some in my opinion, I think this Spider Man will be in my opinion, he will be up in the new Doctor Strange movie. That is my prediction for it. He should be in it, since he part of the reason why this multiverse started. And some people might agree, some people might not agree with that. But 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 I just hope in the next Spider-Man movie, up in the next time Spider-Man actually be in a movie, it is like he just don't go back and just regress inside the Iron Boy. I think characteristics. I think, in my opinion, he should not go back, and that's just my opinion of it. Ah, and this link for anybody who want to come and kind of like for me, right? In my opinion, right? In my opinion, dealing with the Spider and dealing with this Spider-Man movie right there. This Spider-Man movie right here. I like the fighting in it, and plus, like in my opinion, um, what's up? What's up, Doctor Dirt? If you new, you could sub and plus subscribe to the channel if you want to. If you got any questions for me, um, what I think about the movie and stuff like that, I will answer it for y'all. If y'all got any questions, because like for me, right, doing this movie, this was the first movie. This is the first movie that was Tom Holland. Like, yep, and this is the first movie I think for Tom Holland, which I think that this movie has stakes in it, and plus you actually worry for the hero that he might die. This first movie I thought that did with Tom Holland Spider Man, because if it Toby the second and third movie, you really worry for the hero. Then with Toby's and Andrew. Yeah, yeah, that is true though. Because you look at it, if you look at that movie, I was up in the movie theater when Andrew came in. People was glad for they come in, but the thing is, it was a bigger pop just for Toby Maguire's Spider Man when he came in, because it was a bigger pop for his just for his Spider Man came in when Toby came in. And plus for me, I hope that Sony actually make more Toby Spider-Man movies, because if you look at that, before his movies end, it supposed to have been a fourth Spider-Man movie, but the third Spider-Man movie was so bad and so mixed up. I think in my opinion, and it messed up the whole thing. I think in my opinion. Sound like some people might not like me saying this, but that's what Sony do not know how to be do stuff. I think in my opinion, it sounds like yeah, 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 because you look at the Spider-Man movies. I think, like in my opinion, dealing with the shows and stuff like that, that if you look at the movies dealing with stuff like that, I think that the new if they do make a new Toby Spider-Man movie, is that that Toby movie probably can make about $1 billion. It could make $1 billion if they make a new Toby Spider-Man movie. It could make $1 billion. Be because, but if you look at it, it was like, in my opinion, how can I say this? He had one of the biggest pop in theaters when he popped up on screen. Andrew had a good pop as well, but then Toby is more respected, I think, as Spider Man. I think, in my opinion, if they do, and plus, in your opinion, which one of the villains did y'all like, and which one of the villains didn't y'all like? Uh, because you look at doing this movie, it seemed like it was a hidden villain somewhere throughout this whole movie. I think, in my opinion, because I'm just not sure. If you look at the statement that Doctor Strange said, that he said he can't stop from everything like that, and and some villains or something like were going out, but I'm not sure. Okay, the new trilogy be no helping him. Should be no helping him going off on his own and fighting the new version. Oh yeah, if they do get like a sounds like, in my opinion, the best some of the good villains that I like is like I did like Jamie Foxx Electro. I did like Sandman. Some people didn't like him, but I actually like Sandman this movie. And plus the other stuff that I did like is I did like Lizard, but the thing is, Lizard is sort of like an outside type of villain. If you look at it, he was kind of like a the Lizard was some kind of villain, like you don't know what side he on. When a girl says "I'm in space," just the things go wrong. Seem like, That is my opinion of it. Because it seemed like the lizard villain could have been much more pronounced, I think. And that just my opinion on that. Because listen, I did like the lizard, but the thing is, it was some stuff in the movie like I hope was better. I think in my opinion, if y'all know what I mean, something like being better. Because you look at the first time that went and there's another thing that get me. Talks Peter. Peter, I think in my opinion, should have listened to Doctor Strange when he said send him back halfway throughout the movie. But we all know, knowing Peter being soft, everything like that, like he one that did it, and that is my opinion about that. Oh yeah, he was a little underdeveloped, I think, in my opinion. And Doc Ock was he was good. He was kind of like excellent villain, I think, in my opinion. If you seen like the song like the Doctor Strange scene just with Peter X Air when Peter asked him just for everybody just to forget he's Spider Man. Um, in my opinion, if Peter wanted to keep on talking, the whole thing would have worked. I think the whole thing could have worked, but we all know we all know Peter just being Peter, like he wanted to, because we all know Peter being Peter, he would not have listened. He would have tried to do the thing like that, and plus I know like and Peter Parker messed up. I think, in my opinion, just having the just putting the Green Goblin, I think, and all that technology, I think, in my opinion, inside Happy Apartment, that was the dumbest thing he could have did, because we all know that the Green Goblin could not be trusted, and he should have known that himself. That he should know that himself. The Tom Holland Spider-Man, once he see him attack him and try to kill him, why would you not? And why would you trust him? Because and that would me, in my opinion, that would have been the first villain I sent back. Is Dark is no is Norman Osborn Green Goblin. That was the first villain I sent back. Rather than liking or not, that would have been the first one I sent back. But the thing in my opinion, that when his plan didn't work and stuff like that, I think that, in my opinion, right, um, I think, in my opinion, is that Doctor Strange should did the spell real fast and just got it over with, in my opinion. But but we all know, it's the MCU, and they really dumbed down Doctor Strange in this movie. They really dumbed him down. They really dumbed down. Yeah, yeah. I can't. I can So it's like, in my opinion, on the first time that I saw him, but the thing about me, I wouldn't have trust him. I wouldn't have trust this Doctor Octopus in my. No, not the other, but the Hobgoblin. This because you look at the multiverse, everything like that. You look at the multiverse, on like the Hobgoblin, the Goblin, like even the other Spider Mans didn't trust him. Just on the first time meeting him, they didn't even trust him. But we all know that this Tom Holland's still a kid. He still try to give everybody a chance, and kind of like I really can't blame him, in my opinion, just for letting in my opinion go. Because like I kind of understand the reason why that that Peter was trying to help him. But if you look at it, Electro would listen, Doctor Octopus would listen, and Sandman would listen. And plus the one person that I wanted to bring there would have been the Green Goblin. That would have been the one person I wouldn't trust up in that apartment. Because we all know that the Green Goblin is a scientist. He's smart and he is also malevolent. He likes to manipulate people just until he get what he wants. Because you look at the Spider-Man game and stuff like that, that Doc the Green Goblin was even evil inside the gaming world. If you look at the Green Goblin, and this, and plus in this version of it, he was fighting Doctor Strange inside the in my opinion, he was fighting Doctor Strange inside the just the mirror division. Doctor Strange should have been able to start him up, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this. Oh yeah, it worked, but kind of cheap. It should have been, and yeah, 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 right there. I did not like that. Be, be, because you look at that line he gave him, great responsibility came with great power. This me. Y'all had an origin movie with Tom Holland in the first movie. If they would do like a flashback, if y'all agree or not agree, that they would have flashback of their Uncle Ben telling Peter that it's just some kind of responsibility that you have. I think, in my opinion, it it would have worked better. I think, in my opinion. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Me and you just on the same page on that. Should have been the first movie, and plus shoot, man, because yeah, I was mad at that part too. Because if they had um that mean throughout this universe, it mean that Aunt May was a single aunt raising Peter, and she had no husband, boyfriend. Thought, yep, yep. Me and you just on the same page on that. That's what I thought too. Because shoot, I thought the same thing that and plus I thought that Aunt May was just gonna live in this movie, but the killer, I did. I didn't have a problem with how they kill her, but the thing about it is like why would they have her there at the place that Hobgoblin at during the fight? Because we all know is that all the bigger Aunt Mays don't get killed except for this one, but but just my opinion on that. They didn't kill none of the Aunt Mays, and they didn't kill Andrew Aunt May. They didn't kill Toby Aunt May, but they killed this one up in the MCU just for like emotional stakes. I say, y'all could have did something else besides that. But think about it, I like it, and that's kind of like my problem I had with it because we all know, right? I'm building movies. If they doing like if y'all see the end credits dealing with Miles Morales, shoot, I just want to know how old is Miles Morales right now doing this universe because we know that they said that he was doing it for a while. But then my problem is, right, if he was doing it for a while, then then that that in my opinion, why didn't they have him in this movie if he was doing it for a while, which I don't like and stuff like that, because it's just for like cheap stuff. I think, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Tobey Maguire, I like him. He was one of the best entries inside the movie though. He was the best entry where everybody popped. No, that they had an end credit scenes somebody mentioned him and just one of the end credits and stuff like that. It it won the end credits of the films and stuff like that. But if they didn't show him, it didn't show him and stuff like that. It just that somebody mentioned him. But like in my opinion, right, if they were mentioning him and stuff like that in up in the end credits scene, then why didn't they just put him in the movie? Because you look at it, Hobgoblin was there. They had Hobgoblin. They had no, not Hobgoblin, but they had Goblin. Everybody there, and you telling me, um, and you telling me that you can't bring in Miles and Miles and stuff like that. But you bring back Andrew, you brought back Toby, and you got Tom Holland. That's what you need all the help you can get. And Miles Morales was a big help doing the stuff I think about it. And that was true right there. Because Robert Toby came in, now just the whole theater just had erupted. The whole theater erupted, in my opinion. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If we could get like Block City Wars, if we could get like a Venom up in the next Tom Holland movie, a Venom crossover, because we all know right at the end of it. Ooh, if we could get like a Venom crossover, I think like that, because you look at the end of the second Venom movie, everything around them was changing. Boy, that'd be good. Doctor Strange 2 trailer, post credit scene. Ooh, if we can get some of that. Mm. If the second movie actually be good like this, oh man, I'll be glad, bro. I'll be glad that because this movie right here, just expanded Tom Holland. I think like Spider-Man stakes. Be because like the next movie, I think. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. Now, if they doing a shimmy, that mean that Flash Thompson might be a Venom, or they bringing Tom Hardy Venom there because if Tom Hardy Venom gonna be there, then that would mean that Tom Holland gonna have to get bigger. He gonna have to do some weapon or do some combos because we know Venom is not an easy person to beat because we all know that because we all know that Venom that Tom Hardy got that don't beat Carnage, that don't beat Anti Venom or something like that. In the first two movies, he now fought for some stakes. That Venom, and plus we all know right if they get another Venom movie, another Spider-Man movie, then that will mean that they need like in my opinion they need another they need to find a storyline that will fit the Venom that would fit the Venom storyline because we know it's hard to find it. And plus the suit at the end of the movie good, look good and stuff like that. It look good in my opinion. Man, that'd be a good thing to see. That'd be a good thing to see if we could see like a little um if we could see like the Doctor Strange have Venom, I think in his movie we could have Tom Hardy or something like that. That'd be good. made a new spell and left. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. That would mean, right, if that is like, it did the Venom, a little piece of last Venom, I think, something like that, just for Tom Hardy, and it break apart, just for the main Venom on body. That would mean that would mean that Tom Holland Venom is gonna be different, and that would mean Tom Holland Venom like that. Does your role. That would mean that they would need, in my opinion, Tom Hardy help, and that's in my opinion, because if they make a Doctor Strange movie, he made it, that's gonna be a thing, and that is my problem. Yeah, he gonna be a real villain, and because we all know by lore is that the spider senses do not work in time for Venom, because he find a way to go around the spider senses. I don't know how he do it, but just in the comic books like that, because he find a way to go around the spider senses and stuff like that, in my opinion, and that be a good thing, because we need like because we need another villain that was intimidating besides Birdman, besides the Vulture, because we all know um because we all know, in our opinion, also just when Vulture is just your most intimidating villain in your universe, you need help. Sorry, people might not like me saying this, but that's your best um villain, I think, so far in the MCU, is Vulture up in Tom Holland universe. Because y'all might not like me saying it, but that's what up in the universes, I think, in my opinion, is, like, I know Scorpion is in Tom Holland universe, and we know Shocker was, but we got to know if those villains just trying to escape for jail, if those villains just trying to escape for jail and anything like that. Because if those villains escape from jail or find a way to break out, or Kingpin get them out, then that will be a lot of trouble for Tom Holland, and um that will make it more, I think, in my opinion, challenging for him. And that is my opinion on that, because we all know that is that this one right here is gonna be a problem for everybody if Tom Holland find a way to learn how to be independent. If he gonna be part of the Avengers, everything like that, still gonna be part of the Avengers, that will mean because that would mean, in my opinion, right, he gonna be um the villains and stuff like that. I I think, in my opinion, right, deal with villains, heroes. If he gonna be part of the Avengers, then that would mean that the MCU might need some more heroes, man. They need a lot, and that is my opinion on that. Because, right, if they need more heroes, that would mean they need a Blue Marvel. They need somebody that's actually experienced, because we know that Captain America is gone. I like Falcon, but that's what, Falcon don't got no powers. Bucky, I like him, but the thing about Buck, Bucky, in my opinion, is not no Bucky. Bucky right now is not no leader, but Falcon is. But the main thing is, in my opinion, is that Falcon need the serum. Sound like people might not agree with me on that, but that's what Falcon do need the serum. He gonna be fighting the X-Men because we know the X-Men is coming. We all know the X-Men is coming, right? And my thing is Tom Holland Spider-Man is gonna be fighting the X-Men in the future because he might just be doing that. If you look at the future of the MCU, the MCU is going to the X-Men, the Fantastic Fours, and we all know about how that is. But but back to this movie right here is like we all know. Some of my favorite parts I like about this movie is like Tom Holland had realized like he can't have everything he wants, and that is my thing about it. And finally learned the finally learned the consequences of his actions. If you look at it, because he learned the consequences of his actions is that every everything I think he learned. I think, in my opinion, come with consequences. People get killed. You make the wrong choice sometimes, and that just that is my I think he learned from it, and plus he learned he learned that you got to make the hard choices. This being the he got to make the hard choices doing stuff. I think, in my opinion, he learned that. And what did y'all like about this movie? Because like my likes is a lot about this movie. It was actually this movie was actually funny, but he was actually funny doing this movie. Jamie Foxx was kind of funny when he came in, but the thing is, right, he was also a villain, but he was also funny at the same time, and that is my opinion on it. Because Jamie Foxx, I like his funniness, and he was also, in my opinion, a good villain, a funny but good villain. At the same time, he could have played serious. He could have been serious because he played serious. He played it funny, depending on which part of the movie they was at. He was in is Jim Fox ever, I think decided to go to the MCU, and like I think he could be like a another hero or villain. I think some of that up in the MCU, but I don't know which one he could be, and that is my opinion on that. Because if he want to be a villain, he can be a villain. If he want to be a hero, he can be a hero. I think, in my opinion. Because think about it, it's hard to find which hero, which villain he can beat in the MCU. But that's what when you go to DC, it's a whole lot of heroes and villains he could be in DC though. But think about it, it just depends on what do Jamie want to do. I think, in my opinion, it gonna depends on that, and that is my opinion on that. And that is my opinion on that because we know like dealing with heroes, villains, what people can play. It just depends on the studio. Just at the end of the day, what villains and heroes they want them to play, and that is my opinion on that because because right we do know right dealing with heroes, villains, everything like that. In time for contracts, it's hard to find. It's hard to find. I think it's hard to find people that can play them good, everything like that. Be, because we know that Jamie Foxx was a built-in character based on he was a built-in character based on the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, second Amazing Spider-Man movie. But the thing about it, like we still don't know if Hobgoblin came through though, because if you look at it, Doctor Strange did say that he didn't stop all of them, and when he said that, I still think that Hobgoblin still could be dead, and we know that the Hobgoblin just as bad as his father, and we know this, and we know the Hobgoblin is a bad. That was a bad guy, because you notice during that night he said he couldn't stop all of them. When you can't stop all of them, that make me think what hero and what villain, and Rhino could be there too. Definitely, definitely last universe, because we know dealing with heroes and villains and stuff like that. We know the Rhino, the robot Rhino, might have came through. We know that the Hobgoblin still could be there, and don't know if Hobgoblin was hiding, everything like that. If he's not there, then I'm glad. But if he is there, that would give, I think, in my opinion, Tom Holland Peter another challenge, because we know that this Hobgoblin, I think, that wasn't Amazing Spider-Man 2, was in my opinion, he was a killer. He was a killer and a jealous person, I think, in my opinion. And he would make a good villain, but what would y'all be a next villain, I think? If y'all had to choose which Spider-Man villain to put in the next movie, because that we all know, right? It's a lot of villains he got, or should the MCU probably make their own villain if they want to do that? Because my next villain I probably put for his movie, which I think in my opinion would have been good, I think in my opinion, I think in my opinion the good one would have been for Spider-Man to play in the next movie is a Rhino and Venom together. And he had to fight Rhino and Venom. So sound like the Rhino that's in the video game. If y'all seen that, you heard of Rhino in the video game. That was the Rhino that I want to see. Pete um Peter, I think something like that, goes in, I think, and fight, because that Rhino is kind of tough for everything like that. Like I think in my opinion would have been good. I That's a good secondary muscle villain. It would be um a Rhino. If they gonna have villain in the next time Power movie, he could be like that. Would me. Let me see now. I haven't seen the other villain I'm gonna have. I'll just have Rhino and villain in the next movie, because we all know like the Venom is one of the hardest villain to fight anyway. He wasn't the hardest one to fight anyway by itself. He won the hardest in comic book history for Spider-Man to fight. Unless they have an anti-Venom in it, that's a good guy, but I'm not sure about which one they're doing, because I'm kind of confused about which Venom they're making, or should if new Venom, or just if new Venom is already up in the universe. I think, in my opinion, and that is my opinion on that, because we all know like there was Spider-Man. Oh, wait a minute now. They could put Craven the Hunter inside the next Spider-Man movie. How about that? Because you look at Craven the Hunter getting his own movie, and after his movie, which I think, in my opinion, could have been, which I think, in my opinion, would have been better. I think the putting Kraven the Hunter inside the next Spider movie because I cannot forget about that because then, in my opinion, I think Kraven the Hunter would have made like a good villain for him to fight. I think, in my opinion, inside the next Spider-Man movie. That's put Kraven the Hunter and Rhino in the next movie. And that is my opinion on that. If they can do that, then I will be cool with that. In my opinion, I'll be cool with that. In my opinion, if they can do that. And you look at some of the movies, everything else like that might come out in the future. So we had Captain America 4 coming out in the future. Captain America 4 coming out. We got the Marvels. It's just instead of Captain Marvel, which I think, in my opinion, it's kind of messed up. But we all know the reason why they call it the Marvels is because people don't like um people don't like Brie Larson Captain Marvel. That's the reason why they're making the Marvels, I think, in my opinion. And plus, we all know if they do another crossover, I think, something, in my opinion, is that they might be doing. They got me doing another. They got me doing another crossover, I think, and Miles might be in it. If Miles got me in it, if they're doing a Silk show, because I think, in my opinion, if they're doing another, like, I think, in my opinion, the next movie that should come out, I think, for the Spider-Man movie is they're already making a Silk show. Since they're doing that, if they're doing a Silk show, that means that should be doing. Oh, when we see Andrew and Toby, it got to be Secret Wars. Oh, I would like to see that. I would like to see I would like to see Andrew and Toby to come back in Secret Wars because we know that the Avengers is getting all the help that they would need. Secret Wars with all the abilities and stuff like that. How about the spell at the end of the movie didn't work on them? It worked, but the thing is, like, I think, in my opinion, would be a good thing. Since didn't work all the way, like, they could find a way how to travel back and forth, I think, in between dimensions. That would be a good thing. And how you doing, MJ? Um, is you having a good day? Everything like that? Because if you new, just sub and like the video. If you new, be be because, like, in my opinion, which one I do like is, like, I actually like, in my opinion, about this movie, it's the action choreography in between the Green Goblin and Tom Holland Spider Man. Man, the Tom Holland Spider Man and Green Goblin was going at it. Tom Holland was hitting them. Uh, he was doing he was trying to punch everything like that. He was doing a whole lot of stuff in this movie. But the thing about it, the Green Goblin still was serving them up because we all know if this was Toby Spider Man, then and that Green Goblin wouldn't have been serving them up like that. And we all know that. because we all know dealing with Toby Spider-Man that Green Goblin wouldn't have been hitting Toby like that and slamming him down because we all know that our Toby is stronger than Tom Holland Spider-Man, and we all know this. We all know this because they met Tom Holland is smaller and he probably don't hit as hard as Toby. And that is my opinion on that because of my opinion, I kind of think like in my opinion, if that was Toby Spider Man and that wouldn't have happened. So all that Venom post credit just for the bring Simmons to the MCU. Yeah, yeah, and they also brought Miles Morales too. They also brought Miles Morales too inside the universe, and that what people don't get either. Be because we all know that they brought the Miles Morales and everything like that inside the MCU, everything like that. They brought him in too, in my opinion. But if you would you want, in my opinion, how can I say this? Would you want Kraven the Hunter inside the next Tom Holland movie? And that is my opinion on it because we need they need points. I think in the next movie to bring more stakes. And plus, I think the next person that probably can bring stakes to the next movie is Kraven the Hunter because we know Kraven the Hunter got powers. He know how to hunt, and he is Scorpion brother, which is in jail because of Peter Parker and everything like that. And that would bring a whole lot of stakes to the movie too. I think, in my opinion, because we all know if Kraven the Hunter be up in the next just be up in the next Spider-Man movie, is that Peter's gonna have to think a little bit more. He's gonna have to be smarter, more strategy, and he more strategy based. What people don't get, um, because if y'all agree with me, not like something like that, because we all know that Craven Hunter is actually a real good hunter. He is a good hunter. He is a real good hunter, in my opinion. Craven Hunter. He actually, in my opinion, is one of my favorite anti-heroes. I think, in my opinion, Craven Hunter, and for the person that pussy playing him, Craven Hunter, I think, in my opinion, is Aaron Taylor Johnson. In my opinion, Aaron Taylor Johnson pussy playing him. If y'all want to come in anything like that, now, I got the link right here. I got a link right here for anybody who want to come in. Because like for me, right, the person that supposed to be playing Craven the Hunter, where is it? Because we know, dang, where he at? Because he put because we know. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Start small. Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Because we all know that this movie was spoiled because of the toys and some. and some people overseas were spoiling the movie online mostly, which got on my nerves because if you look at it, the people overseas got the movie first, and they started spoiling everything. But they were putting it on TikTok, they were putting it on TikTok and everything, in my opinion, which I didn't like. They were putting spoilers on Twitter and shit. I had to stay away from Twitter for a long time. I stayed away from Twitter. I had to stay away from Instagram. I had to stay away from a whole lot of um social media stuff in order for me just to enjoy the movie, the Spider-Man movie, because I know it would have been, in my opinion, a whole bunch of stuff. I think, in my opinion, and that would have made me mad. Yep. Oh yeah, the X Men's. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all try to tell me X Men's wasn't. Um. Wait a minute. Y'all try to tell me that X Men wasn't. In my opinion. Oh yeah. I gotta forget about the X Men's. If in my opinion, that should be part of the stuff. I think, in my opinion, the X Men's. But then, in my opinion, is like you look at Falcon and Winter Soldier. Um, they went to some place where some of the X Men and mutants supposed to have been at. But we know, that the MCU wasn't finna go there. And Kevin Feige was something he supposed to wait about 4 or 5 years. I say, why would you wait to put in the X Men's? Which I think, in my opinion, is dumb. I think, in my opinion, they try to wait. They're trying to bring in the X Men. I think, in my opinion, is dumb. And you was right, MJ. The multiverse of madness just might tease it. Because, right, if they actually tease it and do it right, then that will force the MCU to actually move it up. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good. Oh, wait a minute. Could totally be in the X Men universe that they be. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So that could be true. Yeah, yeah, that could be true though. Right there, because it's told me the X Men is the same universe. That mean right, in my opinion, just with the multiverse of madness come around, that probably can merge some universes together, and Toby universe could be one of them, and that would be a good thing. And there's a rumor that Professor X will make a cameo in Doc. Oh, wait a minute. If that actually happens, I will be glad. I will be glad, and I would actually and plus, in my opinion, I'll actually get that movie at your point if it actually do that. If it actually do that, man, that would give that movie so much credibility. I think, in my opinion, if they actually do that, if they could bring in like Professor X inside Doctor Strange, because we know in the future of the MCU is going to be the X Men versus the Avengers. In my opinion, if they actually do it, but that's just my opinion of it. But some people might like it. Some people might not like me saying it. But they might not like me saying that they're putting X Men up in a Doctor Strange one just might make it better. But that's what I'm gonna say. If they put Magneto or somebody inside the X Men's, Magneto, Professor Xavier as a cameo side, just aside Doctor Strange, that will make it better. I think, in my opinion, that would actually expand the universe. Besides just being an Avengers universe, I think, in my opinion, it would be a good thing. But the thing about it, some people some people, in my opinion, who being a comic book purist might not like it, but just in my opinion, but in my opinion, that would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. I think, in my opinion, if they actually do that. But just time for me, right? If they could put the next time we see Spider-Man, got to be the Fantastic Four. If not, the MCU's mission. Oh yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that because if you look at it, because think about it, if you look at the Fantastic Four, it's a family, and one is one of the first family up in the U. It's up in the up in Marvel universe. It's the first family with powers. That's just my opinion of it. Some people might not like it. Some people might like it. Some people might not. Some people might like it. Some people might not. But just in my opinion, I think you're right, MJ, on that one. This is that. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They got Hugh Jackman. If they got Hugh Jackman, in my opinion, in the movie, up in the future MCU project, then I will be glad. I will be glad. I will be glad because that's what I will be able to tell people. I will be able to tell people and say I was right, and that Marvel could make the older mutants look. Power can make the mutants look better than the Fox one. Be, because that's my only fear dealing with Wolverine is like I think the MCU just might dumb him down a little bit. What's up, bro? What's up, big bro? That oh yeah, yeah. If they can make a put in those suit and stuff like that, that would set all the bigger criticism. I think in my opinion, they were Wolverine because you look at the Logan movie was a good movie. That was the best X Men. That's one of the best X Men movies besides First Class and it was Future Class. That just the best X Men movies so far. Let me see. I like Future Class. I like First Class. I like X Men 1 and 2, but I didn't like the third one. Yep, Daredevil was good in the film too. Yep, I agree with that. I agree with that because you look at all the X Men movies that came out. Um, it just been about three or four. I really like First Class, Future Class, X Men 1 and 2. Those are the only ones I like. All the rest of them just been average because like the first Wolverine movie was alright, but it was my favorite. The second one when he was in Japan, alright, but I just like the action in that one. And plus the one for Logan, I actually like that one. But the thing in my opinion, the thing in my opinion is like the one for the one for in my opinion deal with Logan. It could have been better because if you look at it now, he got his ability back to heal back. I think in my opinion, but the thing is like in my opinion, he should have kept his ability to heal up instead of him dying. That was the dumb thing I didn't like about the Logan movie at the end because there's like they gave him the shot for the cure. I think something that just just to unblock the anti-healing factor and to get him the healing factor back. He should have been able to live after that battle. I think it would have taken a while to heal up, but I think he should have lived and stuff like that. And and plus, right, since new multiverses, could they bring in the little girl that was in Logan? Since they're doing all that, I think in my opinion, if they're doing Logan and stuff like that, then that would be cool. I think in my opinion, if they could do Logan, um, be, because right, if they could bring the little girl, then that's what I'm good with that too. Because right, if they bring back Hugh Jackman, that means that little girl is not too far behind. But then, in my opinion, it's like the MCU needs to cast somebody that could bring respect to Cyclops. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Is that nobody, in my opinion, highly gives Cyclops, in my opinion, respect. Cyclops just been average to all right. But we all know that Cyclops is like Captain America. He like the leader. He know how to strategize. He know how to fight. How in the world do nobody know how to do Cyclops? And his eye powers is like another world inside his eye. If y'all read comic books and stuff like that. And and that what I don't get. Because we know Wolverine can fight and Storm. I just hope the last girl just don't come back who did the last Storm. I just want Halle Halle Berry back. I want her back as Storm. No offense to the other girl that doing Storm, that did Storm, but that's what I just like the Halle Berry Storm better. That's just my opinion. But it just depends on y'all opinion what Storm y'all like better. But the Halle Berry Storm was better in my opinion because the thing about the Halle Berry Storm was about that business. But the other Storm just hiding and scared. Young or not, young or not, you got powers and stuff like that, and you should not be hiding like that. And you got one of the most powerful powers of all time, controlling the weather. You could control the battlefield with her powers. Oh yeah, I think this should bring the X-Men through Doctor Strange. Oh yeah, that's why this. Oh yeah, if they do that, I'll be good with that too. But it's the thing is like I got to see the trailer on the trailer of it because you know that we can say all these stuff, but the trailers and stuff be way different. Yep, I'm glad we agree on that because the other girl Storm, I think in my opinion, gives Storm disrespect when she was hiding and stuff like that. In my opinion, which is bad, which is bad. I think my opinion was bad. Sound like people might not like it, but it's bad. And that is my opinion of it, which I think, in my opinion, like in my opinion, if they could bring in, if they could bring in the X Men, then and like in my opinion, then like in my opinion, could they bring in Jubilee? Because like in my opinion, Jubilee was one of my favorite X Men, young X Men. I think in my opinion, because think about because think about I want to see I want to see Iceman again. I want to see not the gay Iceman, not the gay one. I want to see I want to see Iceman. That's I want to see Iceman. I want to see Jubilee. I want to see the Sentinels come back because you know it was a Sentinel program hunting down mutants and stuff like that. That we could have the Sentinels come back. That'd be a good thing to see. To see. I think, in my opinion, the Sentinels sound like First Class. They tried back, no, not First Class, but Future Class did, like back in the day. If they bring the Sentinel program and just tease it, like in the first movie, sound like in Magneto, that they could bring him back. But the thing, in my opinion, is like the thing, like in my opinion, is like which which in my opinion, Magneto is they can bring him back. The thing about it, if they bring him back, the one for the new ones, then that will mean that they need they need in my opinion, they they need the Bill James McAvoy Professor Xavier if they bring the one from Michael Fassbender. But think about it, if they bring back the old Patrick Stewart, that would mean that they need the older Magneto. It all depends on which in my opinion, it just depends on my opinion on which way they're going. Because this Spider-Man movie at the end of its credits had just to give a whole expansion to the MCU. The symbionts, but then in my opinion, right, it's like where is the Harry Osborn? Where is the Harry Osborn of this universe? Because we got a Flash, we got everything else, but we need a Ned, a Harry Osborn that could be one of Peter's friends would turn against him. That is my opinion of it. But some people like it, some people don't like it. But in my opinion, we need Harry Osborn in the next movie, and we need a Green Goblin up in the next movie. Oh, wait a minute. It could be if they don't want to bring in Venom the next Tom Holland movie, they could bring in a Green Goblin. That's my opinion of it. No, let me see. 2022. Oh yeah. Doctor Strange 2 is coming out. Thor 4 is coming out. But Black Panther 2 was delayed. That might not come out next year. Black Panther 2. Because the actress got injured doing shooting and stuff like that. And plus I don't know when's the real release date for that. Because that movie might not come out to 2023, I think. 2023 that movie might not come out. It sounds like people might not like it, but that might be the best thing for it, I think, in my opinion. But the thing about it, if they need a little bit more time for the movie, then I'm cool with it. I'm cool with waiting. I I am cool for waiting just for a good product. That is my opinion. I'm good for waiting a good product. Good product, I'll wait for that. And it sounds like people might not like me saying it, but that's what good products take time to make. Whether we like it or not, it do. If you look at video games, movies, TV shows, it takes time to write scripts. It takes time to find the right actor, actress. Um, sh- Shooting on location and stuff like that. It takes time. But the thing about it, what I learned is like self-made patient. But we do need this Craven movie to be good because we know how Sony is sometimes. Sony make a good movie, then Sony make a bad movie. Sony make a good one, bad, good, bad. And we just got the hope that this Craven movie actually look good and actually have a good storyline. And that is my opinion of it. Good thing about if you look at this Craven the Hunter movie, let me show y'all the actor who playing him. This actor right here, Aaron Taylor Johnson, is playing Craven the Hunter because we know that but we all know if this actor right here it's got to play Craven, and after Spider-Man movie, if Scorpion come out, it might be Scorpion and him hunt down Peter. That is my opinion of it because you look at he gonna have his origin movie already, but the thing is like I don't know. I just know at the end of his movie if he gonna be good or evil because we all know that the MCU is kind of mixing dealing with stuff like this because we know if this character right here movie be good and plus I hope it's good that this character is gonna be up in the same universe as Tom Holland. That's my opinion of it. Wait a minute, YouTube. Uh, and just in my other opinion, dealing with this just dealing with this universe, MCU universe, since this movie was real good, and plus the multiverse of madness is coming out, could could write it could write in my opinion right. Let's listen to it. Good night, Diaz. Good night, Diaz. I see you later, man. I see you later, man. And Kyle and Kyle like for me, right? Kind of like for me, right, dealing with the universe right here. It could be right in my opinion, right, if they do it right. If they do it right, if they do it right and do their universes, then that will mean that this universe of the universe of Craven and Hunter and this Craven and Hunter, I think in my opinion, and Tom Holland is in the same universe. I think that's it. But the thing about my opinion is it sounds like some people just might think he's not in the same universe, but in my opinion, I think this Craven, the Hunter, and Tom Holland is in the same universe. I think, in my opinion, after after after, in my opinion, on the multiverse of madness, I think this Craven Hunter and Tom Holland is in the same universe. I might be right, I might be wrong, but in y'all opinion, do y'all think that this Craven Hunter and Tom Holland Spider-Man is in the same universe? It's up to y'all to choose on that. So the thing about for me, it's like I think he is, but everybody different though. But everybody different in their own way. Some people think he is, some people think he is, some people think he's not. But like in my opinion, I think this Craven Hunter and Tom Holland Spider-Man is in the same universe. But if I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong on Twitter or just on his ice cream. I will say I'm wrong if he's not in the same universe. But in my opinion, they should be up in the same universe. So like in my opinion, after Doctor Strange and the universe and stuff like that, it is that this the multiverse of madness will in my opinion merge some universes together, and that is kind of like my stuff. I think in my opinion it will be doing. it will be like, in my opinion, merging universes together. And my rating for this movie is like a 4 out of 5. It's a 4 out of 5 is my rating for this movie. A 4 out of 5 is a rating for this movie because the movie has stakes, everything else like that. And plus, I actually like it. It was good for beginning, some in the middle, but I couldn't give it a 5 out of 5. But this movie's a 4.5 in my opinion. But if y'all got different ratings for it, then and y'all can put it right in the comments. If y'all got a different rating for it, because my rating is a 4 out of 5. It's not a perfect movie, but I give it a 4. 4 out of 5 stars. That is my opinion of it. But YouTube, Twitch, I will see y'all later. And see y'all next time.